You're live with BlaakTones TV.
First off, I don't think that we will ever in our lifetime see another man, another individual lead his team to two three-peats in his career. So dominated an entire decade, took time off. If anybody's ever played basketball, this is another one of my things that I say. Everybody knows if you leave for 2 years, your ass gonna come back and you're not the same player. That's got to take you some time to be able to get back to able to become that player again. And this guy took 2 years off and was able to be dominant. I am not one of them people who, because then the argument is like, well, y'all just act like he wasn't winning or he was winning in the 80s. Dude, everybody has to get to their prime. Everybody needs help. Right. I'm not with of course, Scotty was needed. Absolutely.
Yeah. And also, before you go on, I mean, he took that time off, but he also went into baseball. So there's a whole different culture.
Whole different
there,
muscles you working in all of this.
Whole different thing.
So my thing is, and lastly, and I'll end it with this. At the end of the day, y'all, it is a game. Basketball is a game. And any game that you play, you wouldn't play Mario Brothers back in the day and think that you was the shit without beating and saving Princess Peach. All right? You can't go brag about beating Mike Tyson's Punch Out without beating Mike Tyson.
Right?
You can't go halfway. The game is meant to be conquered, and those who are conquerors are to be celebrated. Now, with that being said, why is LeBron James the only person that we discount from this conversation? Now, we say Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer at 50-0. Some of us got Ali. I'm an Ali fan more, but I understand. I understand the Floyd Mayweather argument. We say Tom Brady is the best quarterback or best football player. Some people don't believe that, but at the end of the day, consensus says greatest quarterback ever, seven chips is what he got. What else can we go with this? What other sport? Some say Venus and Serena because they smoked everybody on the tennis court. Wayne Gretzky, even though I don't know how many championships he won. Look at Messi this year, even though I don't I don't want to bring up Argentina because they racist as hell. But
and Messi may have passed on the championship.
Why Messi is celebrated is because of how much they have won. We have always been a culture that have celebrated who wins the most. All right? Not in the regular season. I'm talking about to conquer the game. Who conquers the game the most? And at the end of the day, in 15 years, I believe it was, he won 6 out of 15. That other guy is over there right now, I think going on year 23, which don't get me wrong, he has done a phenomenal job, and he is one of the top basketball players to ever play the game. But at the end of the day, he ain't do it like Mike. Mike made a whole lot of top players end up with nothing on these fingers.
Yeah, that is true. And he fundamentally changed the game too.
100%. 100%.
I mean, everybody goes back to the Jordan rule, but I mean, how many of them can Statue of Liberty from the free throw line?
Nowadays, the story
there's a few that can now,
but
just a handful that can do it.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. What are you a LeBron? You're a LeBron guy?
I'm a LeBron hater.
Oh, okay.
He hates the hell out of him, boy.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, then we're on the same page there. Then because I could go on for days. Why there's more evidence about him.
Got no sympathy at all for the guy at all.
I'll give you one other thing that I always tell everybody. He's also the only superstar that I can think of. Now, everybody tries to bring up some of the old school dudes like the Houston Rockets when Charles Barkley went over there or whatever. But most of the time, when these guys went to go join super teams, they were at the tail end of their career. They didn't have rings, and so they were just trying to go where they can go get a ring, which respectful. I can understand that. At the end of your career, you want to try, you leave your team to go be able to do it. But this has been the only superstar that we have ever seen, ever, in our life that has been able to build whatever roster that he's wanted around him.
There you go.
The entire,
there you go.
His at least for half of his career. and you still only got 4. I can't respect that, man. I just can't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Now you look at the Houston Rockets, and everybody says, "Well, they brought in these 2 stars," but Rudy T was the first team to go in the D League and bring a lot of players out of the D League before San Antonio did it.
Right.
And I don't care what everybody says. Hakeem Olajuwon probably is the greatest center that ever played the game.
I won't argue with you on that.
Yeah, for real.
He was so smooth. And there's a reason why they called him the Dream, because that shake was just sick.
100%.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of players that played in the league that had a lot of championships, but they played in the league mainly off of the Boston Celtics.
True.
Back when you had Bill Russell and you had a list of all-stars on that list. And that's where they had 7, 8 championships.
Right. Mm. And they didn't really give Hakeem that much help until, that right in that area where they were being successful and they had won those back-to-back championships. Then he had the pieces around him to be able to be dominant. I would have absolutely loved to see them go against the Bulls. That would have been a hell of a series, to be honest.
It really would have.
See, that's the hard part, because we're in different times, right? So unless they were able to play, you will never know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
All we can do is speculate.
You can definitely fight the fact that you had the Boston Celtics, the Los Angeles Lakers at the time. They were fighting back and forth. Then you have the Houston Rockets, and then on top of that, you had the San Antonio Spurs when they had the pure game. They moved the ball so beautifully.
It was a bunch of fundamentals,
right? Beautiful game.
Yeah, man, that was something different. And them boys played defense.
Yeah.
Them boys played defense for sure.
And the 2 most underrated players out there, Porcia and Robert Horry.
I used to kick it with Rob, man.
Oh, yeah?
I got a chance to a couple of times at Sugars.
What's that story? Can you tell it? Portions of it.
We were in the VIP, and man, he was a cool dude, man. We were sitting at the table. He used to be in there messing with all the girls. I mean, like, of course, you Robert Horry, but the only question that I really asked him that I remember, I just asked him what was his favorite organization to play for, and he said Spurs.
Really?
Yeah. Nice. So out of the Lakers, this is after he had retired too. Lakers, he said that the Lakers was a shit show out there.
I can see the Spurs probably having a better culture. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. And it's a lot more low key in San Antonio. You know what I mean? Like you don't have, it's not as fast as all of them. LA is super fast, as we all know. They're always in the media. You probably can't get away with shit up in LA as a basketball star or whatever.
Houston, got TMZ on your ass.
Right, for real. Houston, that's a smaller version of LA or bigger. I don't know which one of the cities are bigger. Well, nowadays it is for sure. But I think that's what it was, is just San Antonio. He said that he liked all his teammates were easy to get along with, and then just we've heard the stories of how great that organization is. So yeah. So that was probably about it, man.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I have to say about LeBron is I believe he came to power, let's say power, in a vacuum. You know what I mean? There was nobody else, and he just happened to be the best one, or the one they pushed.
Well, they pushed him. That was the reason, the whole story behind the King James.
Yeah.
But it could have been the flopping James.
Right.
With LeBron.
Right. Real. And Rob, I'll tell you another thing, man. Like, I also feel like Jordan had the code, is what and by that what I mean is like, absolutely. When I say that he had the code, I mean Kobe used that code, and Kobe was successful off of using that same code. LeBron's game came in in a different, like, his game is just different, and it's not, I hate to say it, but it's predicated on others compared to Whereas Jordan and Kobe in the fourth quarter would get the ball and they finna take over the game. They might score.
Yeah.
If you're not up by 12 or 14 points, you probably going to end up losing because them dudes, here they come. Whereas LeBron is a different type of player. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing or whatever, but a lot of the times I always tell people he was fool's gold. And by that, what I mean is like through the first, second, and third quarters, he might have 28, 8, and 7, right? 28, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. And then fourth quarter, he only scores 4. Only grabs 2 rebounds and gets 1 assist in there, but you still ending up with 32, 10, and 9, right? So to the average NBA guy who isn't dissecting what you're watching, the stats tell this story of, damn, this dude is hooping. Whereas, like I told you, the formula for winning, though, a lot of chips is, and I have seen him do it before, just not on a consistent basis. But in the fourth quarter, the ball has to be in your hand, and it's got to be your time. And I feel like Kobe did it. I feel like Jordan did it. But a lot of these guys, we're in a different era now. And
we got
to put Duncan out there because what he did, where he made other players even greater. Like you said, man, in the ball in the right hands at the right time.
If we talk about rings, and we talk about, I always say the common era. I don't talk about Bill Russell and all of them back then. It was 6 teams. There was 6 teams in the league. So, but if we talk about rings, the only people technically that I say should be in this conversation is Tim Duncan, Kareem, and Michael Jordan, and that's it.
Now you got to throw Magic in there.
And I'm gonna tell you what eliminates Magic and Kareem from my conversation is they had each other. And so that would be the same thing if you put Kobe in, because you had Kobe and Shaq who had one another, which I guess you could say Jordan and Pippen had each other also, but I don't put Pippen on the level of a Kobe or Shaq. And I don't put Pippen on a level of Magic or Kareem. They're tier A. I still feel Pippen was probably tier 2 with it. But I think that eliminates, and Kobe is my guy. That's like him and MJ for me are 1A and 1B. But I get it. You had the most dominant force in basketball on your team. Now, when he got those 2 back-to-back, that said a lot. Or whatever, because the team that he had, even though it was a good team and it was full of role players, but the reason why I put Tim Duncan really above everybody, with the exception of Mike, is I know Spurs fans won't agree with this, but I've always said this, but all of them dudes on that team, I don't know that if they go to another team that they are superstars.
I feel that, yeah.
Well, Sean Elliott was proof of that.
Okay. Maybe with the exception of Manu Ginobili. I don't even know if Tony Parker ends up being who he was if he doesn't play with the Spurs organization.
I don't think that he was originally. I think he grew.
Right.
Third or fourth season that he become, a better player. But the thing is that everybody always says, well, he had all these superstars. They weren't superstars when they first came into the league.
Right. You're right. They were not. Yep. You were absolutely right. That's why I pushed Tim above everybody else in the conversation, honestly. And make him,
he's actually. Though, Magic won a championship as the first championship.
That's true. A center. That's very true.
Played 5 positions.
Yep. That's true. So, yeah, you got to take into account all those things. But
Right.
LeBron building your team every year with
superstars.
Hall of Famers at that, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's man. You ought to have way more than 4. You should have. Yeah, nah. I can't respect it.
Level up your style with the official Black Brand Live Snapback. Featuring a bold embroidered design, a classic flat brim fit, this snapback is the perfect way to support the show.